What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for stopping by. I am so excited, man. We have our very first fuel modification after the Exergy 10mm CP3 pump that we installed on the Wife Max. This truck right here is a build that I'm building for my wife on the channel, and hopefully here pretty soon, hopefully here in the next few months, we should have the truck almost done. Now my goal with this truck is 800 horsepower eventually. I don't plan on racing the truck, but I thought it'd be cool to chalk this thing with a whole bunch of power and have a ton of reliability at it. And of course, I'd like to install some of the best when it comes to driveline, engine modifications, stuff that makes your truck better. So I've been doing my homework on it. So in this video, we're gonna explain why I chose Airdog. This video is not a paid video. I just wanna let you know that right now. This is only my thoughts, my opinions, and my experiences on lift pumps. So first in this video, I'm gonna be explaining what a lift pump is and what the benefits are with a lift pump. But more importantly, we're gonna kind of cover what Airdog does that other companies don't. But it is very interesting why I picked Airdog, because I have a donor truck for the Wife Max. You guys have been following my channel for a while. You guys know that I had two trucks. I built one truck is pretty much what happened here. The other truck has a Airdog on it, a 150 GPH Airdog. And what I was gonna do is I was gonna remove that Airdog and I was just gonna put it in the truck, save some money. You know, I didn't buy the lift pump, it came with the truck. But then again, you think about it, it's like putting dirty socks back on. You see where I'm coming from? And not only that, when I'm talking about reliability, dependability, I don't know the whole backstory on that lift pump. I don't know, how old it is or what it's been through. So it's probably a good idea that I just put a brand new part on there. Really quickly, here are some key points that I wanted to hit before I got this video started on an Airdog. This particular one will apply for a DF165 4G, so your 165 GPH. Easy installation, no need to drop the tank with this unit right here. The ability to support up to 1,000 horsepower or function fine on a bone stock truck. This is due to the demand flow design, which we'll be covering here in this video. Of course, lifetime warranty, quieter operation than most of them out on the market. Small compact design with the OEM style quick connects. Then obviously the air and water separation with 2-micron filtration. But yes, I cannot be more excited to install this thing. I'm going to be showing you guys an exact how to install video on a Duramax. This will correlate for a 01 to 2010. So hopefully this will help some people. Hopefully this will help you guys out. I'm not trying to change your mind on which lift pumps are better. That's not what this video is about. I'm just going to explain to you guys why I chose Airdog. So just to give you guys a quick rundown on what a lift pump is you have a water separator and a fuel separator. What these essentially are doing right here is it's separating the water, the dirt, and the air from your diesel fuel, and it's delivering pure diesel fuel to your motor. And that's so important right there. And not only that, it's prolonging the life of your injectors. Most of you guys that are following my build, I have an LB7, and that's the first generation style Duramax engine, and those are very prone to injector failure. If you can keep pure diesel fuel going through those injectors, it's going to prolong the life of those diesel injectors, and those are not cheap, by the way. And not only that, your fuel injection pumps, your CP3s, your CP4s, extremely expensive items, and you do not want to have issues with those. Those things are in the valley, and it is just a very costly repair. That CP3 is sucking fuel all the way from the tank all the way up to your engine, and this right here is essentially just shooting it to it. So it's definitely going to prolong the life of that CP3. Very, very great upgrade, and it's so important. I think every single diesel truck should have a lift pump. All right, so basically what you see right here is the contents of the box, and I don't really need to go through every single one of them. You basically have everything you need to do the job, which I love, except for a fuel disconnect tool, which they're like $5 at Harbor Freight. They're pretty cheap. You just need the 1/2-inch fuel disconnect tool. But what I love about this kit versus the other kit right here is you have these push lock fittings, which make install a little bit easier on yourself. You have more of a option of where you want to mount your lift pump. On top of that, it comes with these awesome brackets right here, which essentially sandwich right between your frame rail. And the other one, and I can show that to you on my truck, is an L bracket. And that L bracket is what holds this entire lift pump right here by one bed bolt. And that's kind of sketchy, I'm not gonna lie. And it made me think twice too when I installed that FASS. It was crazy. So I do like this option so much better right here. The 2 bracket design, not only that, you can change how high or low you want to set this, and that's very important. Sort of comparing the two that I have on my truck versus this one right here, this one's a lot smaller, and that's also another important factor right here. It's not huge and bulky, and it still does the same job. It still achieves the same thing that I'm trying to do right here. And not only that, the motor is quieter. I'll definitely do an example video for you guys, but this right here is so much quieter than the other one. And here's probably one of the biggest reasons why, after doing my research, why I think Airdog is really set itself apart. So this right here is a adjustability set screw knob, and you can actually adjust the pressure very easily. But as you guys can see right here, again, set screw, and then of course you have your nut right here. But turning it clockwise will turn your pressure up even higher, your fuel pressure, and then counterclockwise, of course, will go lower. I think that to me is a game changer because I have an LB7. Problem with LB7s in particular, and I mean really any model, but big time on the LB7s is the fuel injection control module, which is in a sense a short called FICM. I know the LOIs have them as well. So once your engine is nice and warm, engine temperature, you want to be about 5 PSI on the fuel pressure right there. And this right here, you have the option, and I think that is a game changer. If you go anything past that 6, 7, the engine's just going to start loping, surging. It's just, it sounds horrible. It runs like complete garbage. And I know my other lift pump does not have that option. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. This is exactly why I went with AirDog. It's awesome. And not only that, of course, you have, you know, your spring, your compression springs in there. You can go from 5 to 10 PSI, whatever. So you definitely have that ability, is what I'm trying to say. One of the greatest things about a lift pump is you can actually build off of that lift pump. And what I mean by that is horsepower, stuff like that. So when you're throwing more performance modifications at it, you have more of an option to change your settings on the actual lift pump. So I think that is just a complete game changer. I'll say one of my biggest complaints with the AirDog was the first generation pumps. I know my brother-in-law, with his Cummins, he actually found himself stranded on the side of the road many years ago when he installed a lift pump. Was really cool though. He called the company and they just sent him a brand new one, like I think next day or something like that. So they squared him away. But that's what really strayed me away from AirDog was, man, I do not want to be stuck. And the reason why they did that is because the first generation style right here actually had a huge seal right in between the motor and this component right here. And what happened was the fuel leaked right into the motor and it caused pump failure. The AirDog 2 4G now has a stub shaft right in the center, and basically it just moves back and forth. So these two units right here, this part and this part, are actually a separate entity now. So that'll never happen again. At that point, I really have zero concern whatsoever about a pump failure issue. It's not going to leave me stranded. I'm not worried about it one bit. And the good thing again is, even like I told you that story about that relay going out, which the relay is actually on this component right here. Here, let me just show it to you really quick. The relay is this bad boy right here. It's a really simple fix, so you just pop it out and put a new one on. That's basically it. But it's not going to leave you stranded, because of course your CP3 is still sucking that fuel. And one more thing I wanted to quickly highlight on here is the DF. So it's DF165-4G. 165 of course meaning, you know, 165 GPH. But the DF right here is demand flow. Demand flow is very simple. It's what's being demanded is what's flowing. That's pretty much it. It's not going to oversend the fuel to your CP3. You do not have to worry about that. You know, other pumps on the market have more of a high return system. The availability to have the adjustable set screw right here to change that, and not only that, you don't have to worry about overfueling because it is demand flow. I think it's a great option, and I told you exactly why I picked AirDog. One, of course, because it was on the other truck, got me thinking, started doing more research, thinking about others that have owned these lift pumps in the past. And of course, doing my own research, my own homework, has led me to that conclusion. Oh, and I forgot to mention, their customer service is way better. I'm not being paid to do this YouTube video. I'm gonna be installing it on my truck. We're gonna go ahead and run it, and I'm gonna give you guys my honest review on it after we do that. So anyways, I hope we learned something on lift pumps, AirDogs, why I picked it, maybe why you should consider it, I don't know. But definitely a great option for the build. So I want you guys to stay tuned. I'm gonna be doing an install video, and this is going to be compatible for a 01 to 2010. We will be installing this on the Wife Max. This will be the very next video. I'm really pumped about it, and I know that this is going to be a lot easier to install than the last install video that I did. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. As always, I will leave a link in the description below. When I install the lift pump, I will be turning the key for the very first time, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that next video. Thank you so much for following the build. We'll see you on the next video. Stay tuned.